This specific individual was making $2 million per month.
Sorry. What did you say?
$2 million per month. $2 million. I do know this guy is worth at least $100 million. And when I talked to him, I knew that he was going to be a little shy about it. He's not really that way. And I confirmed that since that time, he has 5x'd his income. And I want to share what I learned on the call today from this gentleman. And I want to tell you how it's applicable to this business model. So here it is. Immediately, as soon as I got done with the meeting, I went, sat in my car, opened up a note on my phone, and I started jotting down all the things that we talked about. Every single thing I could remember. I didn't want to forget anything. All the things that he said, all the questions I asked, all the things he didn't say, but that I observed or that I learned, how his office operated, all of it. I just wanted to capture all of it. So what I do, I study this stuff. But I'm going to give you 2 things that I learned from this gentleman. I have a whole note on all these different things. Number 1 thing, getting ultra wealthy. Let's define ultra wealthy as being worth $100 million or more. And the thing that I learned from him is this, guys. The way to get to becoming ultra wealthy is not sexy. It's actually really boring. 99% of the time, building your way to becoming ultra wealthy, building your way to becoming worth 9 figures, which is sexy to talk about, which allows you to do sexy things, in and of itself is boring and mundane. 99% of your day, 99% of your time is going to be spent doing the unsexy, period. Do what needs to be done, when it needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Do that over and over and over and over and over, and do it over time. And the difference between me and that guy is, yes, he's doing things more concisely. Yes, he's probably a lot more intelligent than me in a lot of areas. But that gap between what he knows or what he's doing and what I'm doing is shrinking, and it's shrinking rapidly. But the difference is he's been doing it day in and day out for 40 years. Guys, this is not a young man. This is somebody that is over the age of 60. This is somebody that has been doing this game, playing this game for years. And we get into this business model and we get pissed because we're not making $500,000 in the first quarter of doing this. 6 years for me, guys. And I was complaining about 6 years it took me to figure this out and to get to where I'm at today, making multiple millions of dollars doing this. It took me 4.5 years to make my first $1 million doing this. Some of you guys are pissed off because you're not a millionaire yet, or you haven't made 10 grand your first month. Are there people that have done it? Sure. Are there people that have become millionaires faster? Sure. But I'll take guaranteed millionaire status over maybe millionaire. So number 1 thing that I learned from him, and that it was amazing to watch and that gave me so much confidence, is that getting ultra wealthy, which is what I intend to do, which is what I will do. It's a formula, and 99% of the things that it's going to take you doing are going to be boring, and they're going to be mundane, and they're not going to be Instagrammable. It is going to be sitting down and getting shit done. And it is going to be meetings with people to make sure that you have human capital working for you. And it is going to be sitting there building systems so that your business works when you're not there. And it is going to be refining and tweaking and firing and hiring and doing all the stuff that sounds unsexy, so that one day you can live a life that is sexy, okay? And along the way, you can live a life that is sexy, but doing the work will probably not be sexy most of the time. And so by listening to him and hearing him and watching him, I was like, okay, I'm on the right path. He's just doing it longer. He's been doing it longer than I have. That's it. Number 2, play offense all year long, not defense. What do I mean by that? Stop waiting for stuff to come to you. Stop worrying about the worst case what ifs. Stop being so concerned about, losing your ass if one little thing changes. Go play offense. And here's how this came about is one of the questions I asked him, I said, what are you investing in? What are you doing with your cash? Are you holding cash, waiting for deals to be pennies on the dollar? Are you putting your money in the stock market? Are you putting your money in real estate? What are you doing, man? I want to know exactly what you're doing. And I was expecting him to tell me, yeah, I'm holding cash.
As soon as things get really cheap, I'm going to go buy.
And you know what he told me was really, really interesting. And he said, and it didn't even seem like a big deal. And he was kind of confused that I even asked the question, because to him, he's been doing this so long. And he said, no, he said, I'm always doing deals. He said, in fact, I bought a real estate deal last week. He said, the deal I bought, it was a fair price. It wasn't the best price. It wasn't the best deal. I didn't go skipping off to celebrate because it was the best deal on the planet, but it was a fair price. It was a good deal. And I did the deal and I bought the piece of real estate. I am always doing deals in good economies, in bad economies, in okay economies. I do deals in the winter. I do deals in the summer. I do deals in the spring. I am always doing deals. I loved hearing this because I have been preaching this related to this business model for a long time. Always do deals. Always be playing offense. I don't care if it's December. Yeah, you know what? In December, the leads are going to be a little bit more slow and they're going to cost you a little more money. Yeah, it might be a little tougher when there's a recession. It might be a little harder to find a business owner that's willing to spend money. You might have to do a little bit more work to get a deal. But for those of you that are sitting there going, I'm going to wait until there's not a recession anymore. I'm going to wait until things level out at work. There will never be a perfect time to do anything, but especially to do deals. If you are always making deals and you plan on being in business for longer than 6 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years, if you're somebody who's like, hey, I'm in this shit until it works, period. I'm doing this until it works. This is it. I'm just going to do deals. And I understand that, you know what, if there's a recession, there's a recession. And guess what? It may take me 3 times as much work to get as much return as it took me last year. But if I'm always doing that same work, then when it's good and it's easy to get deals, I'm going to make 3 times more money. Always do deals. Always play offense.